Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another car review episode. And in today's video, guys, we have a very interesting car, and this is a car which the users have really embraced this car because of two things. One, of course, it's efficient when it comes to fuel consumption. The other thing is the power that this car comes with. So if you're interested or you have on this car, just go ahead and get to talk to me or give us your feedback in terms of your experience with this car, because this car I think is the talk of the town at the moment. And of course, guys, if you're looking to own a car, this is the car that you should consider going for. The car that we are talking about is none other is the Nissan Note ePower, particularly the ePower. So we'll be looking into details, and I will be taking you through this discussion. So stick around, and I'll be your host. My name is Willie, and of course, if you're a person who gets excited whenever you get to hear about cars, this is the channel for you. And to join this community, you just need to hit the subscribe button, which is just below here, as well as turn that notification bell, so that whenever I get to bring you a new episode, you can always be notified. And of course, you'll be among the first people to get to enjoy the segment. Just go ahead, guys. If you have experienced or you have owned this car, just talk to us in the comment section. We do love your feedback, as well as it also gets to assist those people who are looking to own this car in the future, to know what to expect and of course what they are getting into. So for now, guys, after the short break, we'll be looking into the details in terms of the motor, how this car system works. I'll be taking you through all that. So stick around, because we have a lot to discuss about this one. Well, before we get to look into the specific specs of this Nissan Note e-Power, it's important, guys, that I get to take you through how this system works, so that you have a good understanding the reason why so many people they're preferring to own this car. First of all, remember, this is not an electric vehicle, just just a normal electric vehicle, because you don't need to plug it in. Meaning, it's an electric vehicle, but you don't need to charge the battery. Why is that? The reason for that is because this car comes with two systems, meaning it's combining the traditional powering system, whereby you get to see this car has an engine. But the main purpose of this engine is not to move the car. The main purpose of this engine, of course, is to generate electricity, which gets to power or to gets to charge a battery. Remember, this car, as I said, is not just like any other the earlier EV vehicles that we had seen. This car comes with an engine, which the engine gets to generate electricity, which gets to be stored in the battery, and this battery gets to power the electric motor, which gets to move this car. So it has more of a more complicated system, unlike the traditional cars, which had an engine which was powered by petrol, and of course that's the engine which generated power, of course, to move the car. The engine for this one specifically is just charge the battery, whereby we have an electric motor which gets to turn the wheel. So basically, this car you don't need to plug it in, as well as you don't you don't need to fuel specifically, so that you can get to move the car. So we'll be looking into details more when we get to look at the specs. And guys, let's just go ahead, guys. Now we get to look into the specs of the engine that gets to power this Nissan Note e-Power. Well, guys, let's look at the engine, or basically the specs of the motor that gets to power this car. It's important that you get to understand, as I said earlier, it has more of two systems, whereby we have the engine, and the engine that gets to generate electricity, which is then powered in, that is stored in the battery, is a 1.2 liter petrol engine. Remember, it's not turbocharged; it's just naturally aspirated, which is important, because the power, you don't need to have a very strong engine, because we just need a generator. It's basically a generator, just like the traditional generators, which generate electricity and of course get to power at the motor. So for this one, the engine is a 1.2 liter engine. It's also important that you get to understand the engine is so small, and it's just a 3-cylinder engine, because remember, it just need to generate electricity. And for that case, the power that this electric motor generates to power this car, of course, it's 85 kilowatts. That's a lot, and of course, with just a small body. Remember, the Nissan Note is a hatchback. It gets to really gets to give a very strong instant torque, especially this is a feature that you get to see in most of the electric cars, and that's exactly why people they are preferring this the Nissan ePower. The reason for that is the instant torque. We're also talking about the smooth response. You just press the pedal, and of course, you get to experience the effect immediately. Remember, these cars they don't come with the traditional battery. It has this particular one comes with the lithium ion. These are very special batteries which are meant to last for a very long time. And of course, in future, I'll be bringing new videos regarding some problems that could be related with the inbuilt battery system, as well as how you can get to fix that, as well as solutions or where to get those spares. So that's something that we'll be doing in future segments to come. But for now, guys, I'm just letting you know what we are looking forward heading to the future. So remember, this car with that electric motor, which gives out 85 kilowatt, it gives an that is a torque of 280 nm. That's a strong one, and that's the I guess that's the reason why this car can really get into its high speed in just a few seconds. So basically, the system of the Nissan Note ePower is as simple as that. So traditionally, you'll just be enjoying the for this one, you'll just be enjoying the advantage of low fuel consumption, because that's a feature that this electric additional system gets to bring in, because you just need to just power the generator, generate the electricity, store it in the battery, and of course the electric motor can get the job done. So basically, those are the features that you'll be seeing when it comes to the engine. Now it would be right, guys, you go ahead, we get to look into the interior aspects of the Nissan Note ePower. Well, moving to the interior of this car, you'll be seeing some more, just a few upgrades as compared to the traditional Nissan Note that you have seen around for a while. First of all, you can't miss to see that touchscreen infotainment system, but this is not a standard feature that you'll be seeing in every Nissan Note ePower, but most of them they do come with that aspect. So that's something that you will notice right away once you get into this car. And this touchscreen that is infotainment system comes with things like Google navigation system. We're talking about things like YouTube. You get to access Wi-Fi. Those are features that you also see in our smartphone, or basically in our handset. So away from the infotainment system, we also have things like the climate control system. This one comes with a dual climate control system, meaning you can get to raise the temperature or to lower the temperatures. And for that case, you can get to just adjust with these knobs over here. Some they do come with some touch screen buttons, but most of them they do come with these manual knobs, which you can just turn, and everything will just be amazing. So over here we have additional USB ports, which are efficient when it comes to charge. Maybe you are doing some you want to charge your phone, you can get to do that from that point over there. So you can see, also looking at the center console, we have most of this car, they have a very nice center console over here, whereby, remember, because we have an electric motor powering this car, it also comes with the control system for the gear system, so that you can get to adjust accordingly over here. So you will just need to control, just like the traditional Nissan Note that we have seen around. You just need to control from there. But for the case of the control lever, it's a bit different, because this one is more of an adjust, like a knob. So you'll be seeing that mostly in the Nissan Note ePower. So speaking of the center console, we have more space over here. We have the cup holders. Also on the side doors, we also have more space to put your items. For the case of this car, the windows, of course, the electric power. Remember, they're trying to integrate both the traditional and the future electric vehicle features. So you're seeing the window will be also electric powered. So is the case also with the side mirrors. So and you get to control all that by just pressing some few buttons. Remember, these cars also come with a central control lock, which is a feature that they have borrowed from their predecessor, the Nissan Note the traditional Nissan Note. Looking at the steering wheel over here, you can see we have more additional buttons. These buttons, they're just extension of the infotainment system. You don't need to get your hands off the you don't need to get your hands off your steering so that you can get control your infotainment system. You can just do that while you still hold the steering. So that's more of a safety feature, which is it's a good thing. Looking at the driver's dashboard, you can see most of the features over here, they are digital, meaning it has more of an LED dashboard display. So once you get to switch on the car, the dashboard turns on. So it's a very, very amazing feature. On the side here, we have more buttons for controlling the side mirrors. These are more of our side mirrors. You can see we also have features like the lane assist, which is also very, very important. We have the lane assist, which you get to turn it on, and of course the car can really get to assist you to stick to your lane without moving around. So now you'll be with the Nissan Note ePower, we have more of those advanced and luxury features, which are very, very important. So let's just go ahead, guys. Now we get to look into more features regarding this car. We're talking about things like the space, that is the boot space. By sliding or lowering these rear seats, you have more space for luggages. So that's more of some features or some elements you'll be seeing in the traditional Nissan Note, which is a very, very important thing to note. So remember, this is a five-passenger car, so it's a five-seater, and of course, it's a five-door car. So we have two on the side, and we have one the boot door. So basically, those are more of the things that you have seen in the traditional Nissan Note. So for the case of things like safety measures that this car has put in place, we have an airbag over here on the passenger side. We also have another airbag on the driver's side that is in the middle of the steering, which is very, very important. Looking at the seats of this car, in most cases, you'll be seeing either with a cloth fabric or either a leather upholstery. So these seats differs with the unit that you get. So it's not a standard that you always get with those leather seats, but it's important to understand that things like power adjustable seats, it's a feature that is coming with most of the Nissan Note e-Power. So for the case of the seats, you just need to press a few buttons, and of course the seat can adjust accordingly. So some seats also, they are perforated. Also others, you might realize they are also heated. So those are just extra features you'll be not seeing with the Nissan Note. So now, guys, let's just go ahead and get to look at the exterior features of this car. Well, looking at the exterior, once you get to look at this car, how can you get to identify whether this is an ePower or it's just the normal traditional Nissan Note that we had? First of all, you'll be realizing it has an extra more of a badge identity on the rear side. Looking at the back of the car, you can see they have the E that is hyphen power, which automatically gets to tell you that this is an e-power Nissan Note. So it's very, very important that you get to realize that. Also on the front part, you can see it has this blue lining on the grille, which is an identity for most of the e-power and Nissan Note. It could also have the e-power extended bar on the grille as well as on the side that is on the front uh, that is doors. So those are some of the things that gets to help you to realize whether it's an e-power right away. So looking at this car on the side, you can see it has that aerodynamic look, which is very, very important. It gets to give the car some ease and easy time, especially when cruising, because of the, remember, we have things like wind resistance. Those are things that they get into effect once the car gets to start moving. So the shape is a very, very big factor for in this case. So with the Nissan Note, the in terms of the shape, it has a very good aerodynamic for that purpose. Also, speaking of the shape, you can see, looking at the front part, you can see the shape of these big headlights. Remember, these are very, very powerful headlights, which gets to give good visibility to the driver, especially when cruising at night. So that's a plus for that case when you are going with the Nissan Note ePower. Looking at the external features, looking also on the side mirrors, they do come with side blinkers. These are features that I will be seeing mostly with the latest cars that are coming out into the market. The side blinkers, they are important because they get to to also alert whenever you want to turn. Those turning signals is a plus. So but something that caught my attention is the shape, the extension of the grill to the lights. You can see how these the headlights as well as the grill have blended in. It's very, very important to recognize that they give the car some very, very good look. Speaking of the front part, you can see also we have more space under the around this bumper to give the car good cooling system. Remember, we also need the cooling system because the engine in the hood needs to be cooled, and of course we have the radiator just down that is back there. So we also have things like some that is some unit might come with fog lights, but it's not a standard feature that you get to see in every Nissan Note ePower out there. So those are just extra features. So speaking on the side look, we have this car usually comes with either the 15 or the 16-inch wheel, which is appropriate for this car, as well as it also gives the car good ground clearance, especially if you won't be cruising the car throughout on the highways. That's also a feature to also recognize. So looking at the back, we have these two LED tail lights, which are also amazing. Gives the car some nice look. And of course, this car from looking it from the outside is not very, very different from the traditional Nissan Note. So basically, those are some of the features that I wanted you to know about the Nissan Note ePower. Talk to me in the comment section if there's anything I've missed out, as well as if it's your first time coming across my videos. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and of course, I would really, really appreciate hearing your feedback in the comment section. Peace, guys, for now.